Welcome. Today we're going to show you how to take the WRAPIX, install it in your speedlight, go over a couple tips for using your speedlight effectively with the WRAPIX, and then we're also going to go over how you store and care for your WRAPIX. There's another video on the WRAPIX website that goes over the use of the WRAPIX on a camera lens, which is used for glare reducing. So let's look at the WRAPIX. It's going to come in a package such as this, and pull it out here. Unroll it. Inside the WRAPIX you'll find a diffusion cap. I'm going to set that to the side for a moment. Okay, the parts of the WRAPIX. This is the inside of the reflector. There's a white edge here which will turn into being the inside of your reflector, and the Velcro is for fastening it to the camera flash. So this little rubber edge here is to help aid in its gripping to the flash. So we're going to take the flash, we're going to tilt the head down a little bit so we can see where it goes. We want to make sure that we're above the line where the button is so that you can still adjust the flash head angle up and down. So we're going to push it in about 1/4 of the way. We're going to hold it with our thumb, and you'll see right here on the edge I'm above the button. That way I can still adjust that. That is important. Okay, we're just going to wrap it around there snugly. Yes, I used the word snugly. Okay, look at that. That thing's on there. It's not going anywhere. Okay, when you're using it as a reflector such as this, when you use it on the camera or on an external stand, we're going to probably flip down the diffusion screen for the wide angle diffusion. This is to push the light out toward the edges, and it'll keep this a much softer light. So if you're using it with the diffusion cap, it's not as important. It still might be helpful, but it depends on your flash and how it operates. Okay, so we're going to push that back down, and we're going to stand the head up here, and we're going to put the cap on. Now first, on brand new caps, they've never been installed on a round surface, so they are flat. So you got to sort of push it down around the edges, and then we're going to take this adjustable slide here, we're going to clip it and pull it on there. So that's pretty darn tight and snug there. So this is how it's made to be fastened on there. It's turned on as well. Okay, so we can still turn that down and use it just such as this. Okay, the couple points about this when it's set up is this. You have most flashes have a focus assist beam that comes out of the front here, an infrared communicator. With this down, you can see what happens. You can't even see that. So it's best not used on the camera, or if you do, hopefully have enough light in the area so that your camera can still focus. So that is one of the characteristics of using this. These are actually designed and best used off camera on a stand. Direct flash from your camera is usually bad anyways. It creates flat light. It's just something you want to avoid if at all you can. So let's flip it back up. We're going to take the diffusion cap off. This is it right here. We're going to undo the WRAPIX. Just pops right off. One of the good things about the WRAPIX is it doesn't require you to fasten any Velcro or anything externally to your flash. This will keep it from, keep your flash looking like new. I'm going to turn that off. Okay. To store your cap, I recommend just wadding it up in a ball, going to the white edge here, sort of sticking it in there, leave the end hanging out. And then if you want to watch this edge as you wrap it up, if you keep this edge lined up with this edge as you roll it, then it's going to maintain that cone shape. Just going to roll it up there. I usually actually just hold it up against my chest and just roll it up like that. Okay, that is it. These are left a little long so that you can adjust them as you see fit. You can cut them down shorter when you know what flashes you're going to be using them with. You can put a little clip on it, or really whatever you want. Just remember that this is not really fastened in there, it's just sort of wedged in there. So this can pull out. So I wouldn't recommend tying this on the outside of your camera bag and then walking along, and you'll still have your diffusion cap, but your WRAPIX will be gone. Okay, so that is pretty much it. You'll notice with the WRAPIX, especially when they're new, sometimes they feel a little clunky, or you might feel some hard edges in there. It doesn't affect how it works, and it's really sort of like buying a brand new baseball mitt. You sort of got to work it a little bit, and as you get it and you start using it, you'll notice that it keeps its shape a lot, and those little hard edges will go away. So don't worry about that. That's not a defect, that's just a characteristic of it. And that is pretty much it. Okay, as mentioned, there's another video that shows the use of this on a camera lens for when you're shooting through glass, such as like at a zoo or an aquarium or a museum. And it really does a great job at that. So try it for both and then watch the other videos. Thanks.